Hello, everyone, and welcome to B.R.E. Sports Talk. It's a live show that we're going to start today. We're going to see how it goes. If it goes well, then we'll do another one. But, hello, and welcome to our first ever. As we know, me and Ethan did a show a couple of years ago called B.R.E. Around the League, and Ethan and Joey show with MLB Free Agency. Those ones got okay ratings and views, but we're going to start off with the MLB tonight with our sports talk. The Dodgers are the best team ever assembled. That's my hot take tonight. Krakow?
Yeah.
I don't think you disagree.
No, I mean...
Because we've seen it the past 2 nights, why this team will not be beaten in anything. And why they're probably going to win another World Series.
They're just so good. Every aspect of their team is just unbelievable. It's really not even fair. It's so hard to try to just compete with every night.
It's stupid. Do you want to look at this roster? Seriously?
Yeah, break it down.
This is absolutely ridiculous. What we've seen the past 2 nights is just... Well, actually, can we give some love to our hometown team first? Can we do that?
Of course.
The Detroit Tigers have fought with the Dodgers back-to-back nights in games that ended in a final score of 5-4 and 8-5. Last night, the game should have ended 5-4.
It was highway robbery.
If you did not see that call, you better go search the highlights, because Manny Margot, whatever he's going by now, was safe at home. But that's just my opinion, I guess. I guess LA had different views.
Of course they did, right?
I don't want to look at anything but the players. I don't care about the pitchers. I know you... Actually, yes I will. I'm going to look at the gauntlet that we call 4 closers here. Tanner Scott, all right.
Stud.
Blake Trinan.
Stud.
Kirby Yates.
Stud. I mean...
That's just the holy
3
trinity.
unbelievable pitchers.
That's the holy trinity. And once you get Ohtani back, are you kidding me? Ohtani's a 2-way player, of course. Austin Barnes, Will Smith. This guy kills me after last night. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Kike, Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas. And then you look at this outfield. Conforto, Edman, Hernandez, Pages, and Taylor. After Yates, it was like, who else are you going to sign?
Yeah.
And then they just re-signed everyone.
Yep, it seems like the money truly never runs out with these guys, and it's so frustrating to look at all the guys they pay, the amount of money that they pay them, and you just think to yourself, how is this even fair? And it's not fair.
$7.73 billion is the team worth, if we cared, in 2025. And that actually all the signings leads us right into our next segment, which is what signings were significant this offseason. And I'm gonna give it to you first.
All right.
What's your opinion on this?
I think there were a lot of good free agents that went places. One of my favorite signings was of course I don't. I'm forgetting his name. The switch hitter on the Padres went to the Braves.
Profar.
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot his name, but Profar is a really good player. He had a career year last year on like a 1 year, $1 million deal or something. And I think the Braves getting him could put the Braves over the top.
What significant signing for me, it was really not hard at all because I've seen it the past 2 nights. It was the re-signing of Teoscar Hernandez for the Dodgers. This guy is insane. Even though it was a fastball down the middle on opening day, the guy is crazy. It was the Dodgers signing Sasaki. It was the Dodgers signing... Who else did they get? The opening day starter Blake Snell. It was the Dodgers signing Kirby Yates. It was the Dodgers signing anyone in existence to come to their team. Any good player ever to come to their team. By the way, we have a plus 160 on the Tigers and Dodgers. 190. That's bad. This has not been good at all.
It's tough when you play this team, especially with the injuries the Tigers have. Just them being in both games has been good for me. I've been very proud of them.
And we're watching it right now because it's 3 home runs in a row off Nestor Cortez the Yankees had with some of their big signings, Paul Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger.
Yep.
Those guys, I think they made a pretty good impact so far. As Judge finally is getting hot in the second game. It's no surprise to us. We knew it was going to happen eventually. Judge hit 3 homers today, by the way, one of them being a grand slam, as he did a curtain call. Opening series, our thoughts, that's going to lead us into that. So right now, I'm impressed with our team, to be honest with you.
Yep.
This team has no Matt Vierling, no Parker. The Tigers, no Matt Vierling, no Parker Meadows. Who else?
Juancio Perez.
And now Torres is out too. So,
Yep.
you want to talk about a team that's been hit hard and still you're gonna go and play with the best team in baseball back-to-back nights
and look good doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it like I said before, it's been remarkable. I've been so proud of this team, and I got so mad yesterday when that replay system cheated them out of a win. And
New York blew that.
There's nothing else I'd rather see with these guys than to just compete every day with the amount of injuries they have, and that's what they're doing. And I'm going to be super excited when they get all these guys back and they start ramping up like they did last year toward the middle end of the year when they start getting hot, and I know they're going to do that again this year.
Let's talk about the Cardinals, because the Cardinals, I think they've taken both games so far against the Twins. I checked this again, but the Cardinals look pretty decent right now, but of course, knowing the Cardinals are the Cardinals. So, do you think Arenado gets traded at the deadline?
No, does he have a no-trade clause or not?
He gets a pick.
He can choose?
Yeah, he can choose.
He can, decline?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going to. I think that, if I remember right, there's only a couple select places he would have wanted to get traded to. I just don't think it's going to end up happening.
Yeah, Cardinals are 2-0 in the season, and I like that because the Twins are 0-2. Let's talk about that team. The Twins.
Minnesota Twins.
They're not going to be healthy. Royce Lewis is...
They never are
guy's
healthy.
Practically an old man just waiting to die. He's, only in his 20s, and he has the body of a 50-year-old. I've been impressed by the Braves and Padres series. The Braves and Padres series so far. As our favorite announcer is calling that tonight, Benetti, so he will not be with us. But that's really sad.
Very sad.
But the Padres are 2-0. I was actually impressed with Merrill's swing off sale on Thursday.
Yeah. I did not see that, to be honest.
I guess a stud.
Oh, yeah, I do love Jackson Merrill. He is a phenomenal center fielder, phenomenal outfielder. He can play all over the diamond, too. He can play short. He can play in the corners. That whole Padres team, it seems like we're one shortstops converted to other positions.
I'm going to take a hot take here. I don't think the Mets are that good. I don't think Juan Soto's going to help them. I think he's only going to hurt them.
That is a very hot take, considering he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
What is this? Bryson Stott from earlier. We're watching MLB highlights as we're talking about MLB. Welcome to live television, people.
How about the Nationals' new City Connects? Have you seen them? I think they're wearing them right there.
They are. I like them.
I do too. I like their old ones with the pink cherry blossoms. I actually have that jersey. But I don't hate these new ones either.
I just love how Schwarber's coming into his former place and just tearing it up right now. By the way, the Nationals have blown 2 leads back-to-back games to lose the game. Mackenzie Gore pitched awesome on
13 strikeouts.
And I was telling you, I think that's a trade deadline. Definitely waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And I think they hear. Because he's a young guy. I don't know what his deal is, but let's see. Let's see what his contract is, actually. Mackenzie Gore's contract, I don't know what it is exactly. Okay, he's on 1 year with Nationals right now. So that'd be actually perfect.
Yeah. Especially, they're not going to be anywhere close to competing in July, so it would make sense to move him if he has any value.
Especially if he's pitched how he did against the Phillies, too, which I have as one of the favorites in the NL. Let's look at the Athletics and Mariners series. I've actually been quite into the A's this year because I've seen a lot of other people who are into the A's, and they've given me good reason to be. They're playing in a minor league park that is not nearly as big as Oakland, and they had a couple signings that's going to help them, except Jose Leclerc blew it on Thursday.
Yeah. I was a fan of that signing for them, too. I think Leclerc had a little bit of a down year last year. I liked the signing, but...
you have to look at Urshela. Muncy looks decent through a couple games.
Got Jacob Wilson.
Signing Brent Rooker to a extension.
I like Lawrence Butler a lot, too. I think he could be a good player.
Mm-hmm. And it's Severino, the opening day starter. He looked good. But, of course, you can't beat Seattle when that plays on opening day. There's no way. So, and that's where the Tigers are going next, and we'll have that series preview coming up later on. in the show, as we need to hurry this thing up tonight. But what I really want to look into right now is our rundown of each division. Krakow, I'm going to have you go first with this because I have a feeling we have some disagreements where our teams to watch are.
Okay, so, my favorites in the AL, in no particular order, are the Orioles, the Yankees, and the Tigers.
Yeah.
So you had those two?
What, the Orioles?
Orioles, Yankees, Tigers?
Well, look, I don't have those favorites because I had division.
Oh, you had, like, division winners?
I had division winners.
Okay, so I think the Orioles are going to win their division. I think the Tigers are going to win their division. And then NL West, I think it will be the Rangers winning that division.
So we agree on two of those. The Yankees is where I disagree with you on that, just because it's the Yankees and, like, I don't know, the Bats. The Bats. If everyone's seen that story today, something I did with the Bats. I don't know. I don't like it. My favorites for the divisions in the AL are the Yankees, Tigers, and Rangers. And the Tigers are also on my teams to watch playlist over the Astros because, you know, the Astros, I don't think they did anything.
No.
Christian Walker, that's it.
They're getting older.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's the Tigers kind of... I feel like the Tigers maybe put an end to the dynasty last year when they beat them in the first round. It might be all downhill from here.
The Tigers are one of my teams to watch because they played 2 competitive games with LA, which is the best team in baseball. My teams to watch, however, the Red Sox, Astros... You're going to kill me with these next two. The A's and the Rays.
Oof. Yeah. I don't know about the A's. The Rays, I guess one similarity between those teams is they're playing in short minor league spring training ballparks. And
that has nothing to do with why I picked the Rays.
No?
Mm-mm. The Rays is just because I like their young core. I like their pitching.
They do have some
It reminds me
good
a lot
starters.
it reminds me a lot of the Tigers, in a lot of ways. Yeah. I'll go first with this one. My NL favorites.
Well, you skipped my AL teams to watch.
Oh, yeah. What's your AL teams?
My AL teams to watch are the Twins, Mariners, and Blue Jays.
Twins gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, the Twins are never healthy, but on the off chance they are, I know they can be a good team. The Mariners feel like it's the same thing every year. They miss out on the playoffs by 5 games or less. Their starters are solid all year, and they just lack bats down the stretch. But they traded for Randy Arozarena last year, and didn't have a great year, but
no.
I think he's going to bounce back this year. And then lastly, the Blue Jays, their pitching is not good at all, but they have some good bats. Signed Santander, traded
This is
for
also
Gimenez.
Krakow's second favorite team. Let's add that
and
next.
a little bias. That is my second favorite team.
For my NL favorites, this might be different than yours. No, it's not. Okay. The Phillies are my favorite in the East. The Cubs and the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are just a god team for some reason. And by the way, Juan Soto, I believe, just hit a homer or something. Nope, a double.
Oh, I forgot about Altuve in left field.
Was just ripping on him. Yeah, short man tried to catch a ball, you couldn't catch it. And the teams to watch in the NL, I have the Padres, the Diamondbacks. Have you seen the way Suarez has been hitting in the first 2 games?
He is unbelievable for the Diamondbacks.
He's chasing 300 home runs.
Former Tiger, by the way.
Yeah. Braves and Reds.
My NL favorites were the Dodgers, Phillies, and Braves. I do think the Reds win that division, though, the NL Central. And then my teams to watch, Padres, Mets, and Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm. Now we want to go into our brackets that we have for the... This is a very, very early prediction for the postseason. For the AL, the 1 seed Yankees, 2 seed Rangers, 3 seed Tigers, 4 seed Red Sox, 5 seed Astros, even though they're not in my watch list anymore, I do think they might come through. And the 6th seed I have the Rays. Can you imagine the Rays and Tigers at America?
Wow.
Over 3 games?
Yeah. Rays in the playoffs. You
Yeah.
really like that rotation.
I think they can just pitch. I was listening to these guys. They convinced me. They convinced me that team could do it.
They got some good young bats, too. Caminero. They got Carson Williams, shortstop. I don't know if he's on their team yet. He might still be in, like, AAA, but they have some young hitters coming up, potentially. So, my AL bracket was 1 seed Orioles, and I did that because they play so good in the regular season every year and always lose in the first round of the postseason. 2-seeded Tigers, which if we stay healthy and get our guys back, I definitely think is a possibility.
It's only because of what the situation is right now is why I have them so low.
Yeah, for sure. 3 seed, I have the Rangers. 4 seed Yankees, 5 seed Guardians, 6 seed Blue Jays.
Can we talk about how great it is to think the Tigers are making the postseason preseason, though?
Yeah. they're kind of like a favorite in our mind, at least, to make the postseason. That's pretty awesome.
I think a lot of people's minds are a favorite.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are the 1 seed in the. Yeah, you have the Dodgers.
Yeah, no debate there.
Phillies are my 2 seed.
Yep, same
Phillies
here.
are your 2 seed. The 3s are NL Central.
NL Central winner.
Yeah.
I have the Reds. You have Cubs. So.
I think I want to switch those. I think I have the Reds now winning. You've convinced me. And that rotation is... Yeah, see, I just saw them beat the Giants too earlier, so there's that. Yeah, so I want to flip that. I think I want the Reds in 3 seed, the Cubs at the 6 seed.
Oh, you have the Reds making the playoffs.
Yeah, I had the Reds making the playoffs no matter what.
Wow. You have the Reds missing out.
4 D-backs. I hate them. I liked them last year. I don't like the Soto signing. That's all. I don't like Soto. I never liked him. Guy can't play defense.
Hate a good hitter.
Yeah, always.
I hate Silver Sluggers.
I hate Silver Sluggers. Why do you think I hate the Dodgers so much?
My NL bracket is 1 seed Dodgers, 2 seed Phillies, 3 seed Reds, all the division winners, and then I have 4 seed Mets, 5 seed Braves, 6 seed Dads, aka Padres.
Mm-hmm. We have basically a lot of parallels, except you have the D-backs missing the postseason.
Yes.
Which is not what I agree with. But we agree to disagree on that. So, who's your AL champion?
If I had to pick now, I'd go Yankees. Do I want Yankees Dodgers again?
No,
I don't.
Yeah, because the Dodgers are my NL. Your Dodgers are probably your NL.
What if the Orioles win a postseason series this year, and what if they make it to the World Series?
No.
I could see it.
Because I've been telling you for 2 days now, because this is a preview of the World Series. It's going to be the Tigers and Dodgers in the World Series.
That would be awesome.
That would
make me so happy.
I'd be going to Game 3 right here in Detroit. Game 3, 4, and 5. I would at least be in the vicinity down there. That'd be awesome. We want to switch over to March Madness now, which Krakow is an expert at because he... What? How many brackets do you have?
I only have like 4.
Okay.
Not too many.
Yeah. I only filled out 2, I think, this year. But what have been the surprises? I think Michigan was a little bit... I thought they would be a little earlier.
Michigan, they were really cold to end their regular season, and then they heated up. They won the Big Ten tournament, so there was some...
Does that win you the Big Ten, by the way?
There.
Does that win you the Big Ten?
So there was a Big Ten regular season winner and a Big Ten champion winner.
I'm
so
guessing
Michigan
State
won the regular season. So, and we got a really tough draw, too. UC San Diego was a 12 seed, ranked really high in a lot of statistical websites that break down efficiencies of teams.
Bergman just hit a grand slam, by the way.
Oh, did he?
No, he didn't. Never mind.
Oh,
That looked like a grand slam. Sorry.
Leote is there.
Yeah, come to Detroit next time.
What was I saying about Michigan, UC San Diego? That was a close game. Michigan was only favored by I think 2.5 points in the first round, so they got out of there with a win. I thought they were going to lose to A&M. I had them losing to A&M in every bracket. They surprised me. They won, and then that Auburn game yesterday was just tough. You're playing the number 1 seed in the tournament. You got to play perfect, and they did.
Is there any quiet upsets you've been looking at so far?
Throughout the whole tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Quiet upsets?
That hasn't been talked about?
I like New Mexico over Marquette. The 10 over the 7 in the first round. Michigan State beat New Mexico in the second round, but I like that New Mexico team. They have a stud point guard, Donovan Dent, who transferred to UCLA. So watch out for him in the Big Ten next year.
Really? And I was affected by this with both my brackets. Krakow, can you please speak on why half of America hates Clemson right now?
Yeah.
Why actually 3/4 of America hates Clemson?
I believe Clemson was the only team to beat Duke in ACC play this year, so I loved Clemson. I had Clemson going to the Final Four in 1 or 2 of my brackets. I had them beating Purdue in the second round in every single bracket. I had them beating Houston, and then McNeese, the meme team almost. You're like the manager and the music, and you're like, you think people are picking them just because of the manager and of the story.
Yeah.
And I think that overshadowed how good of a team that they actually were. And they shocked everybody, honestly, probably, by beating Clemson in the first round.
No. That's basically all we can talk about because Michigan lost last night. The Elite Eight's not till tomorrow, right?
Yep.
So, we'll see. The NFL, Krakow, you're going to lead the segment as well. What's the 2025 must for most teams here?
What do you mean musts?
Like, what should every team do, you think? Like,
When?
like in the offseason? No, you don't know?
I don't. I could do like A teams must. You know,
Yeah, what's the Lions must?
The Lions? I think the Lions need to draft D line for sure. They need to get somebody to help out Aiden Hutchinson. They cut
Za'Darius, right?
Za'Darius, yeah, that's the guy. They cut Za'Darius to save some money, and it's just back to Aiden Hutchinson. He was having a phenomenal year last year, but if he gets hurt, the D line is in shambles, and it would be so much better if you could have a. Oh no, there goes my Dr. Pepper.
It's fine.
Dang it.
Anyway.
It'd be a lot better. It'd be a lot better if you have two guys instead of just one for Aiden Hutchinson.
That makes sense. That's all I'm gonna do because I don't really care about the NFL yet. It's
baseball season.
It's baseball season. So that's why we're gonna talk about the Tigers. It's time for Tiger Talk here on B.R.E. And Javi Baez is not gonna work.
Nope.
Everyone knows this. It's a waste of a 6-year deal.
And they keep bringing him out there. It's just like you gotta stop. Just cut him.
When is enough enough? Do you think?
I mean, if last year I think he had the worst OPS like of all time in a certain amount of at bats, like a minimum amount of at bats.
You know when enough's enough?
And that you would think would be enough, but
enough is enough when the team makes the playoffs and goes 31-11 or 30-11 without that guy. You think like the young guys just brought it up and they won a postseason series? You think that would show them? But Chris Ilitch and Scott Harris we believe in this guy. No, we believe in this guy. This guy's gonna play center field. No, this guy effing sucks. This guy sucks. I talked to Rieger on the radio. This guy sucks.
Nobody likes him either. There's zero incentive to keeping this guy around. He's got just no upside. Nobody likes him. It's time to go. He had such a bad year last year. We did so good once he got hurt. There's nothing left.
So last night he was the second out in the 9th inning. This guy was not running. This was a ball that Tommy Edmonds somehow made a play on. It was almost in the hole.
That diving.
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal play by him.
It was a great swing. He should have ran it up. He would have beat it. If Javi Baez was running full Javi Baez speed, he would have beat it. Absolutely. But no. But Dylan Dingler.
Watch out for that man.
We'll talk about that because that's part of our last night in all caps segment. AJ Hinch. Last year, we talked about last year with the postseason run. Yep. I think AJ Hinch was robbed of a manager of the year.
Absolutely. Do you remember who won it last year?
Stephen Vogt.
Oh, the
Guardians manager.
Guardians, yep.
I think so.
The Guardians, we were just so much more of an underdog story than the Guardians were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to not give Hinch that award with what he was working with and that run we went on late. I think he got robbed.
Yeah.
For sure. The Blue Jays, most home runs ever in a single game. Second best team of all time behind the Tigers.
Oh my god. And Pat Murphy for the Brewers. I didn't really watch the Brewers last year. But
yeah. I mean, I think they had like 93 wins last year, so.
But you'd think a guy who brings like a team who's not even 500 at the deadline.
Just shipping off all their pieces, just trading everybody, and then you
makes
just resurrect them. How is that not the manager of the year?
So last night, Tigers, right? They're winning 2-0. Freddie Freeman hits a bomb off Flaherty, right? That's not my problem. Because they come right back. Who was it? It was 2-2, and then it was 3. How was it 3-2 though? Anyway, that doesn't matter.
All I remember is the robbery.
I'm gonna get to that. 3-3 on Mookie Betts because no one cares. Dodgers bring one of the best relievers in baseball in Tanner Scott, and Tigers mash, like the Tigers do, like the Voodoo Tigers do. So Riley Green hits a liner down the right field line after an absolute amazing hit by Margot.
Oh, yeah.
To tie the game.
Yeah.
Oh, they took the lead. That was it. 3-2, and then we tied it.
Yeah, we tied it. Yep.
So nothing happened before that. So, Margot, I've been impressed.
Oh, I have too. I was talking a lot of trash about him on opening day when he got the start over Kerry Carpenter
And the guy goes
I understand why they did
2 for
it
4
with the lefty-lefty matchup, but yeah, he's been playing so good for us so far. So I've been thrilled with him.
Okay. And if you haven't seen the Riley Green hit down the right field line, and Margot being out at home, it's a disgrace what the MLB in New York has come to. That place should be investigated. Like, seriously, this is 3 bad calls now in the last 3 regular season games. Last year, with the White Sox, I was at the game. McKinstry hit a ball to the right fielder, I think, Nikki, no, not Nikki. I don't even know.
I completely forget who it was.
Who's the White Sox right fielder last year? No one cares because they suck.
They were terrible. Worst team of all time.
But the guy catches it, comes out of the glove, hits off the wall, catches it again, and they call it a catch. Hinch gets ejected for arguing the replay. It was horrible. How do you miss that?
You can see the wall. There's a dent on the wall where the ball hits off of it.
I would like
to
to say that umpire last year at the last game, this is the second time he's had a call like that, and they've been missed.
Really?
Javi Baez 2022 opening day. Yeah. That walk-off.
Yep.
That was the same umpire. He missed the wall. Call. I don't know how these umpires just missed the wall. It hits the wall, like, clearly.
That one did get overturned, though. I do remember. Javi Baez got showered with Gatorade.
Those are ridiculous.
That was probably the only time I was ever happy with Javi Baez in my life.
Anyway, Margot gets called out at home last night. And I'm like, how is this guy not safe? There's no clear and convincing evidence that this call should be overturned.
Yeah.
If the roles were reversed, that call does not go our way.
Nope, absolutely
that call
not.
Stands.
They need the Dodgers to win every game. They need money. They need the Dodgers. That's all they want. That's all they care about. Teams like Detroit, small market teams, push them to the right.
I'm not gonna
terrible.
I'm not gonna go out and say the replays should be completely dismantled. No. I like the replays.
Yes.
The replays are good. But when you can't say that was clear and convincing evidence.
When the only view is a sketchy overshot of the dude's hand on the plate as he's being tagged in the foot. It was simultaneous, in my opinion. Maybe even he got his hand in clearly before the tag. The call on the field is safe. You can't overturn that. You need convincing evidence to go the other way. I would almost say there was convincing evidence to say he was safe. I have no idea how that got overturned.
2025 so far, it's been good. I'm not mad. I was mad because they lost, of course, but I'm not mad at the fight the team shows. Because this Tigers team it feels like they're continuing last year.
Yeah. You can sense the momentum. Everybody's hitting, it seems like. They've hit the Dodgers in both games.
You just know something big's going to come with this team.
Yeah. I really am super excited to see when they get all these guys back and healthy, what they're going to put together.
I want to see a Kerry Carpenter 30 home run year. I'm here for it.
I want to see a Torkelson 30 home run year.
I want to see both of them. How about that? Yeah. I didn't even put that on here.
No, you didn't.
We need to talk about that. Torkelson is shocking Detroit right now. This guy, 1 for 1 with 4 walks on opening day, 2 for 4 last night.
With the double.
The double.
And a single.
Mm-hmm. A very hard hit double, too.
Yeah. That single was such a good swing, too. Right up the middle, I remember, line drive. Double shot it down the left field line.
Torkelson, he hit that double in the 9th, right? Was that part of the... Yeah, it was right before Green.
Yeah. He was the guy that...
I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
He hit a double. It was good.
He hit a double. He's 2 for 4. We don't memorize every single game. Who are we? But anyway, Torkelson's been really impressive to me so far, and I think it's just because the approach he's taking is different. It's completely different from last year. It's better. Obviously it's better, but it seems more matured as a hitter.
Yeah.
He seems like he did something in the spring and all off season that he found it. Yeah. I think he found it.
And I think there's evidence of that too. He hit good in the spring. And it's good it's nice to see a guy carry over what he does into the spring, into the season, because a lot of times you do good in the spring and it just doesn't carry over.
I'm gonna bring Baez back up. You see how Torkelson changed? You see how he wanted to change?
And he got better.
He's not in here. He's here for the money, of course, but he's here because he likes to play. This is a good guy. Everyone wants this guy.
It's hard to not root for Torkelson. He's a very hard guy not to root for. Everybody loves him.
I think Benetti said that last night.
I think he did. Yeah, how can you not root for this guy?
Just
everybody in Detroit wants this guy to be good. Former number 1 overall pick. It's better when he's good.
So now that leads us to our last little thing here, which is a preview of tonight's Tigers game. If you couldn't tell already, huge Tiger fans here. We have Reese Olson and Oroki Sasaki, which is another one of those Dodger signings you just shake your head at. Because
after Sasaki says, I don't want to go to a big market team, he goes to the Dodgers.
Sasaki was this close to being a Tiger, too. This close.
This close to being a Padre. Did you ever see the video of him throwing a bullpen in Petco Park? I thought he was going to the Dodgers. Nope.
Padres?
Yep. Padres. He does go to the Dodgers.
So I want the pitching matchup. I think Olson is great.
I love Olson.
I love Olson. Roki Sasaki, he didn't impress me that much in his 4 innings.
No, he was walking batters. I think he only went 4 or 5 innings.
And you're going to have that in MLB, your first couple games. Let's compare these lineups, shall we? Leadoff hitter. McKinstry for the Tigers. Ohtani for the Dodgers.
Hey, well, look at that. That OPS. Who's got the better OPS? That's right. It's McKinstry.
Riley Green has a better OPS than Hernandez, too. Oh, my God.
Are the OPSs all the way
around? Will Smith. Will Smith's batting 4 tonight. That's Carey. Carey struggled in the first couple of bats he's had now. So, McKinstry, Green, Torkelson, I've been really happy about. And he's batting 500. We had this conversation earlier.
Yep. 3 for 6, I believe.
With 4 walks. It's ridiculous.
Yes,
Manuel Margot is batting 600 on the year and is
love that.
however many at bats, 2 RBIs. He's the only guy in here besides Torkelson and Carpenter with RBIs in this lineup tonight. Well, sorry, Riley Green should have had an RBI, but
New York.
Ryan Kreidler, I've actually been very happy with.
Yeah, he's been really good defense in center field. He made a really good catch opening day. I think he only has 1 or 2 hits. Is it 1 or 2? Do you know?
I think it's.
I feel like it's 2. I feel like the average is telling me 1.
I feel like with that average, it's telling me 2, because he's had all the at bats. He only has 1 hit.
1 hit.
He scored 4 strikeouts. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
he's been very.
The guy's
good
not here to hit. He's not here to hit. He's here to play.
There's a reason he's hitting 9.
Yeah. And Sweeney, it's whatever. Rogers.
Gotta give the young guys time.
My God, Rogers. I thought that ball was gone.
Yeah, I did too. He had a swing, looked great off the bat, flew all the way to the wall, kind of just died there. It was too much of a line drive. If he got some air under it, that'd have been a moonshot.
We're going to talk about the Tigers, but we have to talk about the Dodgers. Ohtani, Hernandez, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Pages, Conforto, Edman, and Rojas. I'm not really...
Did they move Edman down? Is that their
they
lineup?
They moved this lineup a little, yeah. This was not like this earlier.
No, it was not. I wonder if that's...
Who's out of here?
Their lineup.
Yeah, it was... Betts still isn't playing. But this wasn't like this earlier. Edman was up a little.
Edman was 2, I think.
Yeah.
No,
so that's a little weird. I don't know. But that lineup is just so good.
Yeah.
No matter who's in it.
1 through 4. You could even argue Muncy's been off to a slow start, but Muncy's usually pretty reliable. But the 1 through 4 in that lineup
that's all you have to get there.
So tough.
In my opinion, that's all you have to get there.
Yeah, it definitely falls off after that right now.
Only power source in this lineup tonight.
Conforto hasn't been great.
No, he had a clutch hit last night, though.
Yeah.
Which was a very catchable ball.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird. Riley Green, stopped in front of him and bounced.
I think he knew it was going to go... I think he thought it was going to go foul, so he's like...
Yeah, trying not to catch it.
And then you saw his face after. He's like, I probably should have caught that.
Yeah.
It was a weird play. There's a lot of weird plays about last night, though. You said they have to lose by less than 3, right?
3, yes.
For your bet?
Yep. Part of a nice parlay I got. I can share it.
But I don't have the Tigers losing this game tonight. I think they get Sasaki for 3 tonight. And I think the Dodgers get Olson for 2. I think it's going to be another offense game. It's going to come down to the bullpens.
The bullpens are so good for both teams. It's tough.
That's an
advantage the Tigers have.
This is why this is my...
The bullpens.
This is my World Series. I told you that. I'm not just saying that as a diehard Tigers fan. I'm saying that as a serious MLB fan.
The AL is wide open. The NL definitely is more top-loaded. I think better top-end talent than the AL. And there's no reason that if the Tigers don't play, or if the Tigers do play like how they were at the end of last year, there's no reason they can't win it.
And I do see there could be a situation where, of course, injuries could get the Dodgers, but still, that farm system is so good too.
Yeah.
Even though we're number one in
That,
the farm system, but
Dalton Rushing for them, catcher.
Yeah,
I think
so
he can play some first base too.
I feel like he probably could have made the roster over Barnes. But
Yeah, for sure.
because Barnes did not hit good yesterday. But I have the Tigers winning this one 5-2. No, 5. No, not 5. 7-5. 7-5. I think they get 7.
Sasaki out. I think they could score 7. They've seen this bullpen a lot. They've got their starters out early both games.
They're working the counts. I like it.
They are. They're taking some really good at bats. I'll say the Tigers win 6-5. I'll say 6-5. Tigers win.
That's more realistic than mine. So that's about gonna do it for us here from the B.R.E desk. It's 8:35. Tigers Live started 5 minutes ago, which means we are right on time. From all of us here at B.R.E, we thank you for joining us tonight, and hopefully the Tigers can get that first win out of their way before entering
series against the Mariners.
Seattle's starting rotation, which is another
brutal
thing to go through. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and go Tigers, right?